You know, and I know, and they know, 'cause we go all in. You know, and I know, they know, 'cause we go all in.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the newest edition of What You've Been Missing. Episode 84 is in the building of the All Dressed Up podcast. You should know me by now. And if you don't, you need to get familiar. You should know this guy on my other side by now. If you don't, you definitely will be getting familiar soon because, man, I got some heat coming. Hey, it's K Dizzle DC in the building. My man, Half Streams to the right. What up? What's going on, man?
Man, what's good, K Dizzle DC? How you feeling, man? What does it do, ADU family?
Oh man, life is love, love is life. A lot of stuff going on this weekend. First and foremost, shout out to my 22-year-old for her birthday today. Kayla, my oldest, turned 22. Yo, 410's in the building, of course, live and direct. And I got another birthday for tomorrow that we'll be celebrating too for the missus. But hey, Mama Health is in the building as well, coming in, rolling in deep. Hey, look, man, oh man, what a 2 weeks. What is
It,
up with you,
fe-
my
it,
guy?
it it feels like it's been 4 weeks, man. It feels like it's been forever since we've been able to talk to the people. So I'm excited to be live tonight. Sorry for us being late, man. We flew in late, but we're here.
Hmm.
You guys know where to find us on YouTube. But man, have I been working, man? I'm talking about having some fun recording the Climbback series, which will be coming out soon. Produced by yours truly, and it's a great series that I'm doing with some guys that and ladies that are going to tell
Hmm.
their stories about how, you know, their lives were not over because they ran into some trials and tribulations, and they got some very interesting stories that hopefully, somebody that's listening and watching can get inspired from.
Hey, I'm looking forward to that, man. It's coming in strong. I know the crew is coming in strong tonight, so I know it's going to be lit. We got a lot to talk about. A lot has happened, has transpired in the 2 weeks, which feels like 2 months. Where you want to start, my guy? Where you want to go first?
It's been a long time.
Huh?
Shouldn't have left you, man. I'm gonna tell you what, man. The NBA, right?
Okay.
The NBA is starting to really do a good job with marketing the league all year round.
Uh-huh.
They're starting to have that NFL effect. And I'm starting to see like the NFL kind of fell back from it. Not really, but the NFL doesn't
It's the
have to
off season.
they don't have
Off
to go
season.
they don't have to go as hard because they're the
No.
big bad NFL. But what I'm getting to is that the summer league has been off the hook.
Hmm.
Games have been played like every day on ESPN. You get a chance to see all these dudes like trying out for the G League and
Hmm.
NBA teams. Going up against Wemby and some of the top draft picks, man. And I'm excited, bro.
I
It's
think
been a lot.
yeah, it's been feeling exciting just because it's Wimby, right? We've heard all the hype, all this other good stuff. So
But
now
it's a
we're trying
great
to
draft
simulate it.
class, though, K. Just
Yeah, it
honest.
is. It is a good draft class. But the other thing I want to keep in mind, everybody, slow down, relax. This is summer league. Okay, it's summer league. Draymond said it best when he said, I think Wimby said something about, the NBA is not as physical as the European league. Draymond said, "Bro,
Watch your
you ain't e-
mouth.
you ain't
You ain't
playing no
playing
real
against the
competition.
NBA yet.
You
But
gonna
what
put a
I'm
target on
but
you."
the point that I'm making, K. Dizzle, was that
Hmm.
the NBA staying relevant in July.
Yeah, that's fair.
Before we be sitting around like waiting for the NFL Network to drop some news about training camp and what's going on with the NFL. But the NBA is keeping us so entertained. I might just look up and it might be week one,
Hmm.
for the NFL season. So we talked about Wembanyama. What you think about it, man? Think he's gonna be nice?
I'm going to reserve my comments until we get to where we need to get to, which is the season. I don't care anything about what's going on right now in summer league. Look,
I know
I
one thing.
what?
His team cares about his health and safety because
Of course.
he was walking through Vegas and young Britney Spears. Young Britney Spears ran up on him like a fan, and she didn't know who she was running up on.
She came over to say hi and got smacked out. Look,
Talk about hit me, baby, one more time.
That was definitely in there. He said LaFraud, new number, new chip.
Hey
Oh
Sal, you know
man.
what it is, Sal. It's perfect timing
Perfect timing, right?
for him to be able to change his number and put a new jersey out in the market. Sales are going up. Number 23,
Because it may be his
purple
last
and
year.
purple and gold jerseys are going to be selling, and it might just be a chip,
Might just be his last year.
not a
That's why he
number.
going in.
Not a
That's
number.
why he going in.
But
But look,
relax, man.
it is what it is. Wimby's entourage getting a little more extra than necessary and smacking out, you know, smack they
They
hold
didn't.
no
They didn't
punches. They smack
smack. They
out
didn't.
stars too.
They didn't smack her. They smacked her hand into her face.
They smack their hand into her face. Either way, it's a smack. It adds up. Okay.
She was running up on my man Wemby. They gotta protect his health, man. Stop playing. They can't discriminate.
Hey,
Britney Spears been tripping. She ain't the same Britney.
no, she ain't been saying Brittany in a while. So
Britney
look,
Spears run up on you now. You gonna act a lot different than if she did back in 1996.
true statement. True statement. She had a lot more clout back then. But look, all right. Let me do this really quick. Get this out the
What's
way.
good,
Okay.
Erica?
We're gonna do this really quick and get this out the way. Let me put the ticker up. Erica, what's up?
We
They
gonna have
shooting
some.
outside.
We gonna have
Hey,
some fun
you
tonight.
see the ticker, right? You see the ticker, right? We're gonna end this real quick. We're gonna end this real quick. I'm gonna put the
Cold,
video up in the
cold
background.
blooded.
Okay. This is this is what took the internet ablaze for quite a bit. Okay. But Kiki Palmer and her baby dad. This is Kiki Palmer with Usher, the Usher Raymond, out there in the streets,
Who is not her baby daddy.
who is not her baby daddy. Okay. And this took an outrage because the man, her baby daddy, took to Twitter and said something like she shouldn't be wearing that outfit or whatever the case may be. Look,
Ah, ah.
this is Usher Raymond. Okay. I don't care what you say. It's Usher Raymond. It's gonna happen.
Look at what that mother is wearing. She is a mother. But you know, I'm gonna tell you what. You
What?
gotta watch out, man. You can't just let your girl get front row at a Usher Raymond show because he's going ham. He's pulling shorties up on stage. And if you
That's
go
the
into
word.
the concert, if you go into the concert wearing some sheer pants with a thong on,
Uh-huh.
you're gonna have that type of attention. And you know, Kiki Palmer was looking good. Her husband must be fucking up somewhere because she definitely out here posting videos afterwards singing Usher songs to him in
Keep
response to him being upset. Did you see the video?
I seen the video. I
Oh
seen all the
man, she
videos.
did the whole she did the Usher remix on him,
To let it burn.
and she's basically putting her foot on his neck about it. She
Yeah,
ain't letting
yeah.
up, bro.
She out here flexing in these streets. She got a whole album out. She doing her thing. Shout out to Kiki Palmer. She just had the baby and she's
Whew.
out here looking good in these streets, man. You are exactly right. Her post baby body is banging and she's showing it off. You know, I'm a light skin till I die, but that brown chocolate looking something fierce. I ain't gonna hold you.
She snapped back. She not playing with her husband at all.
She working it. She working it. All right. So
So
and
you talked about something else because
go ahead.
we're gonna roll tonight because I want to get into some rap talk later on. So we're gonna have some
Okay.
fun. And I know when we talk music, it's always hilarious with you. So I can't wait.
Okay.
Hopefully people aren't sleeping. Please come in. We are still live because K Dizzle and I are gonna be talking about some rap shit. But what about Jamie Foxx, man? What you hear about what happened with that?
Um, Look, man. Look, Jamie Foxx. All we know, right? Let me get Kiki off of it. All we know about Jamie Foxx is this and this alone. Jamie Foxx had an issue on set, a medical issue on set, was rushed to the hospital. Was in the hospital for quite a bit of time.
Mhm.
Um, but the funny thing about it was nobody knew what happened to him, what was going on, and we didn't get any updates. And so now there have been sightings of him in the street looking okay. So it's a big mystery. We're happy that he's doing great. All the prayers are up and sent out. But you know, do we actually deserve a explanation? No, truthfully. Do we want an explanation? Yeah, because we don't know what the heck happened. We don't know, what transpired. Everybody was just left to wonder, and it's okay. That's his life. He can do it because he's Jamie Foxx. But you got a lot more than just you got a lot of people out here that love and care for you, and we
This
just
is
like,
this
what
is
are
this is
we
the
ever going to get
new
a real situational condition? I don't know what the comments ain't showing, but
this
yeah,
is the new this is the new faking your like not faking your death but faking your long term illness
yeah,
because he needed some time away. They definitely set up some way for him to like disappear for the last 6 months. I mean, this is definitely interesting. I hope he's healthy. I definitely don't wish anything negative on one of the legends, man, Jamie Foxx. But
yeah.
that whole story
It was
was weird.
weird.
But he deserves his privacy though too.
Yeah, and like Erica said, at a minimum, you can say thanks for your prayers and all that good stuff. But we just like,
He
there's no,
disappeared. He
we
might
need closure.
his clone might come back. It might be one of those situations when he comes back, they're gonna be like, that ain't Jamie or something's
And
wrong.
while he was filming the movie, they cloned Tyrone. His clone came on.
Maybe might have been
Okay,
perfect timing.
okay, all right. I'm gonna let you have that. I ain't
All
gonna
right.
go in. I ain't going to that treasure trove you got.
So let's
But
roll
look,
right on. Let's roll right on to the blow in the White House.
cocaine in the White House. Here's the thing. Okay, all right. I get it. Cocaine in the White House. There was cocaine in the White House.
Mm,
I'm not saying like, I mean, we all expect it to be cocaine in the White House. I don't know, I do, but the mere fact that there's cocaine in the White House, they did an investigation and they say, you know what? We can't figure out whose it
we
was. We're
don't
just
know
going to
who this
close it.
is.
We're just going to close the case of us finding a bag of cocaine in the White House.
Yeah, just chalk it up to just unclaimed coke, unclaimed White House pure cocaine. I know whose it was, and I
But
ain't even
wait,
gonna say because I ain't no snitch.
but wait, but wait. This is the same White House that if anthrax is found in the mail, I mean, they shut the whole place down. We get a little bag of cocaine found, and there are no cameras to see who it came from.
This shit is ridiculous. Do you believe, man? Like, all right, that's it for that.
At least you can see my side on the
Yeah,
podcast
man.
when you listen to it. But I mean, like I said, it's a lot of people that do coke. It's a lot of people that do coke. And there was another. I saw a story right of this dude that was he was dating this girl. The coke was in the background, right? He was dating this girl. They hung out. He was hanging out for a while, for a good while. They were getting serious. Then she decided, like at a family function, pull him to the side and say, "Hey, I just wanted to let you know, yeah, I do cocaine from time to time. I do cocaine from time to time. I don't do it crazy,
Who
but
told
this
you
is why I
this?
get into this. No, this is a story online. I wish I could find. I should find it, but the man immediately ended the relationship at that point. Is that is that grounds for termination? I mean, personally,
I do.
maybe she was getting comfortable, too comfortable enough. It was like, all right, I want to tell you the real me, and I
So
want you to partake. Yes, this is grounds for termination.
I do cocaine from time to time, is what
Yes,
she said when she pulled him to the side at the function.
yes,
Why you gotta tell me that at the function? Why you can't tell me that before we go out? So basically, what you're telling me is you trying to get a little frisky right then and there. She probably wanted a bump right then and there. She was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and just put my cards on the table. But he said, fuck that. He ain't playing no more. He picked his cards up and left.
yeah. All the rip. Full transparency got exactly what she needed. The story is on the page. You're right, 410. The story on the page. Um, it's one of those things where, hold on. Oh, that's the wrong one. I'm tripping. But it's one of those things where that full transparency gets you caught up. And I would rather you tell. She did the right thing for him. I would rather
Shit.
you tell me that you're doing what you're doing before we get deeper into it, and then I find out like on the humble. I guess she felt like comfortable enough to say, "All right, let's take this to the next level. Let's do this together. Maybe do a little bump while we had the cookout." And he wasn't going for it. The story is on the page. It's on our page. We did talk about it. And you change your oh okay. These nuts matter. I love that 410 bid. Change this picture. But look, long story short, if you're doing cocaine, tell your partner ahead of time so you don't get too serious in it. Um all
That what can you say to that, man?
right.
Seriously.
I got one more controversial story that I want to share here. Okay. Now, let's see here. There is, I won't say where, but there's a McDonald's out there that has this posted in their restaurant. Okay. They say this is a no quit restaurant because we feel that many situations can be resolved. It is the policy of the restaurant that an employee cannot quit until he or she talks to the restaurant manager or the area supervisor. Now, keep in mind, okay? Keep in mind that this particular state is an at will employee state, okay? And you have a whole policy in your store that it is no quit restaurant. So you basically telling your employee you can't quit when you feel like it. You got to have a conversation before you do anything. How do you feel about that, huh?
I don't understand what the hell are they talking about?
They're basically saying if you want to quit working here, you can't just up and quit.
Or
Okay.
what? Well, what are they gonna do?
I don't know.
They
I
got me.
don't
They got me all the way. They got me all the way fucked up. So if it's time for me to go,
Mhm.
I'm throwing my goddamn fry basket down. I'm putting my gloves. I'm taking them off. Fuck the name tag, and I'm out of there, bro. And they gonna no quit. So I gotta wait around and talk to Sally, and
You
say,
gotta wait.
look, Sally. My time here at McDonald's is over. Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna sign you out. Nah, nah. The first time a customer gets on my nerves and throws some shit at me or cusses me out, I'm out of there, bro. Erica says, "F y'all."
So what happens if you just stop showing up?
They gonna
Exactly.
make you pay them.
you got to call before you not show up. I don't understand that.
I
So
just think this is the Twilight Zone.
yeah, I think people with ideas like that, you're being a little unrealistic. And
And
what
then
and
and then
what
out
really
of
life
all
is
out
about.
of all companies, it's McDonald's. Like
It's a McDonald's.
they're playing it as if like, yeah, they ain't gonna quit.
I mean, they hired 20 people and only two survived like the first 48 hours. So
Mm.
it's just what it is. Kids ain't built the same, man. They not
I,
built the
I
same.
wish I wish McDonald's would. You can't quit. You can't leave. You have to sit here and talk to, man. What are we talking about?
I don't know. I have no clue whatsoever. That sound makes no sense. They need to do it. They need to get away from that. So look,
I feel for you guys. You McDonald's workers out there, keep fighting that good fight. Cause I feel for you.
all right, look, we're gonna get away from that. We rolling right through. Let's talk about the one thing that's getting you that's been rattling you up a little bit. You want to talk about the top 50.
Yeah. So I've been waiting. I've been waiting. I've been waiting to have a
Top
nice
50.
good rap conversation on the All Dressed Up podcast, right? 410, we love some rap talk, rap music. Erica, you know what K Dizzle did when he brought Busta Rhymes out
Stop.
there in that
Stop.
versus conversation against Jay Z.
Stop.
So tonight we're a little late, but I'm gonna talk about Billboard's top 50 rap
I'm
groups
trying to get
list.
this chat working back, bro.
So I'm gonna
Go ahead.
talk about the Billboard's top 50 rap group list, and pretty much it's a top 50 of all time. I didn't look and see, what year they cut it off, but I was looking at the list,
Mm-hmm.
and the
Let me
list
try to
is
pull it up.
the list is just all over the place for one.
First of all,
And
um,
the top 10, they just have a whole bunch of legendary groups that they just put up there in no particular order. They knew their list was trash, so they put Outkast at number one just so you can have some conversation about it. But
they did it. Yeah. So let me. So
it's awful.
Buster finally got his flowers at the BET Awards. You're 100% correct. I don't know why chat not working this night. Run DMC has always been your favorite. So let me.
I see the chat on the screen.
You see chat on screen, perfect. I don't see it on mine, but let me do this really quick. I ain't mean to do that. Close that.
Oh,
Um, but let me do this. Let me put this list up because I don't even know why. Okay, I don't even know why City Girls is on this list.
all right. So let's talk about
Let's do this is the
start
50.
at the bottom and
I'm
talk
starting at the
about
bottom.
Go ahead and just go through the list and talk about people that you wouldn't have even had been you wouldn't even have included.
So, uh, first of all, City Girls is on this list.
Okay.
They're number 48. They
Number
shouldn't even be
50,
on
the
this list.
last group you just
It's
named
MOP.
is
Yeah,
MOP.
yeah. They had a hot joint. Um, 49 Black Stars at 49. Sweet baby Jesus. City Girls. I don't know why they're here.
City
Um,
Girls and Ray
Ray Schmurder. Why are they here? Why are they even on this list? There are plenty of groups that could have been on this list that aren't on this list. Ying Yang Twins. Okay. Pete Rock and CL Smooth. Okay. Chris Cross, they are there because they came at a time where they did something transformational. They were
Real
different,
Pioneers.
real pioneers.
Yeah.
Kid and Play, okay.
Legendary.
Heavy, yeah, Heavy D and the boys, they're pretty low.
Yeah.
Little Brother, yes. All right. Now we get into some that's supposed to be here, right? Onyx, okay. Slum Village, Big Timers.
Stop right there. Stop right
Why
there.
you go? Why you go
So
argue Big Timers?
so
This is all rap groups. This is
you
all
put
rap groups.
you put big timers on the list of number 38,
Yeah.
and you
Let me
separate
zoom this
them
in.
from the hot boys. So you're telling
Hmm.
me Manny Fresh and Baby made your top 50 by themselves? Carry on, Kangos.
Eight Ball and MJG, they're a little low for me. Hieroglyphics, I got to do my research on that. Far Side, yes, they were transformation. Brand Nubian, yes. Goody Mob, mm, Two Live Crew, and Boogie Down Productions. Okay, all right. We getting into a little further. Clips, okay. Gangstar, yes. Ghetto Boys, a little low. DJ
Little
Jazzy Jeff.
Ghetto Boys is at 28.
This is a little low, and I'm being nice in that. Okay. Um, Slum Village makes the list because you only know of certain hits from them, but they've written a lot and they are a phenomenal group. They are really a phenomenal group. A lot of the stuff didn't make a whole lot of the
Nah,
radio, but
some villages are
some
phenomenal
villages,
group.
yeah, they're a
I
phenomenal
agree.
group. Um, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, yes, because they were the first group to win. I think was it a Grammy, first rap album to win a Grammy.
Yeah.
EPMD. There's the Hot Boys. Um, Diplomats, Sugar Hill Gang, The Locks, Bone Thugs and Harmony. Wow. Okay. 20, UGK, 19, G Unit, 3-6 Mafia at 18, Cypress Hill, 17, Beastie Boys, Naughty by Nature, Fugees, Mob Deep, Grandmaster Flash, and the Furious Five. And you have the Migos at 11. Now, I'm going to say why they put the Migos at 11. Because the Migos, even though you may not agree with it um, as far Hero is their West Coast group, but top 50. Um, the Migos is at number 11 because the Migos are partially the pioneers who brought the music industry back to Atlanta. I'm going to say that.
I don't give a damn if they brought the industry back to Atlanta, back to Decatur, but you cannot put the Migos ahead of the Locks on
You
any rap
cannot put
group
the Migos
list.
ahead of the Locks, Mob Deep,
The
Naughty by Nature.
Fugees,
You
they put
can't
the
put
Migos ahead of the Fugees,
you
man.
can't put them ahead of the Beastie Boys.
What are we talking
Three
about?
Six Mafia, G Unit, UGK, Eight Ball, and MJG. I'm
They
sorry.
put the Migos
All
ahead
right,
of G Unit.
all right. So let's keep going. We're in the top 10.
This is
Okay,
painful. But that's
10.
such a The 11 on down section,
Yeah,
11
that's
through
painful.
20, that shit right there is what tore the system apart.
That's painful. The Roots at 10, De La Soul 9, Salt and Pepper 8. Yeah, Eric B and Rakim, Public Enemy, Run DMC, A Tribe Called Quest, NWA, Wu Tang, and Outkast.
Okay, so
Go ahead.
obviously 11 through 20 is just awful. 410, who are you talking about? It's not top
Who
50.
not top 50
Follow
right
that,
now?
please. So look at the top 10. The Roots, De La Soul, Salt and Pepper, Eric B. and Rakim, Public Enemy, Run DMC, Tribe Called Quest, NWA, Wu Tang, Outkast. I still have to put, in my opinion, the Locks has have to take Salt and Pepper out of here. You hear me? The
Ye-
Locks, the Locks got to take Salt and Pepper out of here.
Okay.
And I'm not just trying to go at the only females in the top 10.
Oh, they are souls of mischief. You're right. You're right.
Oh, okay.
Here, yeah, hieroglyphics. Hieroglyphics are souls of mischief. Okay. Um,
And then he says the Migos maybe in a few more years. I'm not
may,
saying the Migos can't be top 50 because what they did in the industry in the rap game was very what's the word? It was refreshing. Like a lot of people saw them come, thought they were going to be a flash, and they stuck around and really made a wave and changed music. But I can't put them at 11. I can't put them ahead of the Locks again. Like that's just one of my groups where if we're
now,
talking about rap, you got to put them. You got to put the Migos after them.
the Migos are the reason where music is to where it is right now. That's a true statement. It's a very true statement. Do you
Is
agree or
that
disagree?
is that a good thing?
I I'm not saying whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, but
I
I
mean, I
am
still I
saying
still think the Migos sound though is not exactly the sound that is right now. Like in
no.
2023, the sound has changed even from the Migos
Yeah,
because it's getting even more different. You know what I'm saying? But the Migos definitely had a good strong run from 2000 and probably 2017 to 2021.
I agree. They shouldn't be nowhere near even a 25 or 30. I think they may be in the top 50 just because, like I said, what they did to music. Um, 40, 48 kickoff City Girls. I don't
I
even
think I think they just didn't want the list to look misogynistic. But there are some better groups out there. Like uh, I can't say I'd have the Roots in my top 10.
no. You can't have the Roots in your top 10?
I can't say I might. I don't think the Roots just locked in a top 10 spot for me.
Mm. Mm.
Because I'm still thinking about certain groups that were like really, really. What's the word? They just had so much impact. Like G Unit had some strong impact. The Locks had strong impact on the rap game.
Mm-hmm.
And they had long runs and they put out a lot of content. Like Outkast a historic
Outcast had a historic run.
had a historic run, and a lot of these groups like between those early 2000 eras were really like, shit. I'm gonna give you an honorable mention. You might laugh at me, but the Saint Lunatics,
I'm gonna laugh at you. I'm
bro,
gonna laugh at you.
it's
I
other
don't.
groups. It's other
No,
groups
I
out
don't.
there.
I don't take anything serious than during the Nelly sweat and suit era. We don't do that. Um, no, Missy and Timberland
You ain't
aren't a
like
group.
Murphy Lee.
Murphy Lee?
Yeah, you ain't fuck with Murphy Lee.
No, not really.
Okay.
You know, I ain't really. He had what, 2 hits?
Nah, Missy and Timberland weren't a group. You can't attach them at the hip, even though they both produced
Hmm.
a lot of great music. I didn't know that Missy was behind so much.
Oh, you tripping? If Hot Boys is on there, Master P and TRU should be on there.
I agree with that.
I'll agree with that too.
I
I'll
agree
agree with
with
that
that.
too. Um, but I
That's
wouldn't
another
agree.
group that bumped City Girls off and Ray Sherman off. That's
Uh,
terrible, man.
Ray Sherman Ray Sherman had 1 hit.
This is the Billboard Top 50.
Ray Sherman had 1 hit. No, the Neptunes are considered a producer group. and not
Yeah,
considered
not a
a
rap
rap
group.
group. And not they did an album, but they're not they considered producer group.
Not
More
a
than that.
rap group.
Um, but Ray Sherman had one hit. How would you put them in the top 50 greatest of all times when they only had one hit,
There's
and that
no
was
way.
Black Beatles?
There's no way.
How? And I don't even know why you even have City Girls on there. I'm so perplexed at this point that
Somebody in the room said this list will not have any credibility if we do not put the City Girls on there.
I think it was built. It's all built on controversy.
Mm.
It's all built supposedly on controversy, so people can talk about it. Yes, A Ball and MJG should be way higher.
A Ball and
Um,
MJG are at number 37.
yeah.
Just one ahead of the big timers, Manufactured Baby, which is crazy.
That song had me in the chokehold. Yeah, Black Beatles. I mean, you got exhausted every time you heard that song when it came on.
Uh,
After a while, it was just crazy.
that girl is a real crowd pleaser.
Okay. All right. So look, enough of that. We ain't gonna go into that.
So we
One
talking
hit and you on
about.
the top 50?
So look, we talking about the new top five, right? Let's talk
Yes.
about the new top five. So what's been going around town in my rap talk, in my rap groups of conversations and things that I saw on social media is that Biggie and Tupac might no longer need to be in the top five. Was Two Live Crew? Let's answer Mike Stewart's question before we go on. Was Two Live Crew on the list?
No,
Let's
Two
see.
Live Crew was not on the list.
Yeah, they were number 32.
Were they? Oh, they were number
They were
32.
one ahead of a Goody Mob, two ahead of Brand Nubian, one behind Boogie Down Productions.
Oh, I stand corrected. I stand corrected.
Yeah, now they're on the list. So
Oh,
so is that? Let me ask that first question because this is where we're gonna really have a good conversation. Is
it's gonna be a
Biggie
fun
and
one too.
Tupac? Is Biggie? Yeah, thank you for putting the number up. Is Biggie and Tupac's reign in hip hop, as far as their content or their catalog, is it not long enough for them to still be in the top five in today's conversation with all the new artists over the past 20 years? Go K Dizzle.
Absolutely, is long enough. Absolutely, is long enough. I mean, there's no question. And you can talk about okay if they each have about 4 albums at minimum, right?
Okay.
Each of them have 4 albums at minimum. Okay, and we're talking about undeniable quality. Okay, exact. Erica said it right on the nail on the head. Their music is timeless.
Are we
Um,
when we talk about the top five list,
mhm.
are we only talking music, or are we also talking cultural impact and every other like thing that came with it?
I mean, we're talking about if we're going to talk about top five dead or alive, we're talking about you got to be almost go to status, and it's got to encompass all of those things. So, you know, cultural impact, cultural change, um, and also lyricism, and you talking about storytelling. So you can get all three of them things. Big has 2 albums, unless you're counting the double CD. Big has respect. He's has no, he's got born to die. He's got born to die.
Life
Ready to
after,
die. Excuse me.
ready to die,
Ready to
life after
die.
death.
He's got life after death. Okay. He's got ready to die and life after death, which is the devil CD. Okay.
Tupac's got
Um,
Tupac's got Machiavelli.
look at Sal. I don't
He's got the double
Sal,
CD.
stop it.
He's got the double CD of Come on, help me out, man. I'm mind slipping. Tupac's double CD that had like
Hold on.
everything on it. That had Ambitions of a Rider and all that on it.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Come on, man. What is wrong with my thinking tonight?
Yeah,
410.
we ain't counting anything after that. Um,
What's the
you got
double
ready to die and
CD
life after death.
that had Ambitions of a Rider on it?
You see what Sal said? Talking about Fresh Prince to be in top five. Fresh Prince is they're on the list because they
All
won a
eyes
Grammy.
on me. All eyes on me.
All eyes on me.
Yeah. Tupac had All Eyes on Me, which was a double disc that had 20 hits on it. And he had Machiavelli. And
All eyes on me and Machiavelli.
he had one before that.
What?
I forgot what it was called, but he had an album before that.
Oh, strictly for my niggas. 93. Yeah. Okay. So even with just the two, right? He started all with Run DMC.
So
Stop it.
you're saying
I'm
Biggie
not
and
listening
Pac
to Stop
still in
it.
your top five
Biggie
pick?
and Pac are definitely still in my top
All
five.
right, so who's your top five? You're not taking
All right.
Biggie and Pac out. You don't
And
think
let
anything
me do
about what you're
this in
talking about.
let me do this in no particular order because I
That's
don't want to
fine.
start the argument.
That's
Okay.
fine.
Okay. Biggie, Tupac, Jay-Z. Okay. Um, it comes to Nas. And my last spot, mm, I got to give it to him. I got to give it to him. Eminem. I got to give it to Eminem. It's
Oh,
between
oh,
him and Rakim, and I might
oh.
go back and
So
forth
you
between it.
said Biggie, Tupac, Jay Z, Nas, and Eminem.
Yep.
Okay. So that's a hell of a list, K Dizzle.
Yep.
Wow. I appreciate how you ran it off with no fear. You didn't stutter. You said it with confidence, and you stood behind your decision. But I'm gonna tell you, for some reason, people have been talking about rap and like Tupac's rapping ability, and I've been hearing a lot of people talk about he wasn't the best rapper. Like like he was everything else, and like rap kind of came with it. But I don't know where you people are getting that idea from, because Tupac had some classics, and I'm talking about a good 20 to 25 strong hits. So my top five still gonna have Tupac and Biggie in it.
Hmm.
I can't classify Drake as a rapper. And here we go. Right? Everybody's gonna look at me and say, "Oh, I can't believe this
No.
this guy's gonna come on here and hate on Drake, hate
Are
on
you
Drake."
hating on him?
Drake is one of the best entertainers of the last era, right?
Hmm.
Because he's so versatile. Like he's very talented. He can act, sing, dance, rap. You know, very marketable talent. But in my opinion, he's not gonna rap his way out of a cipher when it comes down to putting him on stage with a Jada, a Wayne, and really making him have to rap himself out. Like every album that Drake put out had about four real hard body rap songs on it. And
Mm,
he always put out 16 to 20 track albums. He never put out short albums.
no.
So if you go back and you revisit all of Drake's albums, he had a lot of singing,
Are
a
you
lot of dancing.
are you putting him on your top five though?
No, that's what I'm
You
trying to
do it,
tell you.
yeah.
So
So
I'm trying to include other rappers who people are trying to put in the top five. This is the whole point of the conversation,
okay,
because people are trying to put Drake in their top five.
okay,
And I'm not gonna
preposterous.
come out here and just try to hate on you because you put Drake in your top five. But my question is, who are you removing if you do that? Because my top five, I'm gonna have Tupac, Biggie, Jay Z, Scarface,
Okay,
and Lil Wayne.
okay, okay.
And I know my list is gonna sound controversial. A lot of people are gonna
No, no,
disagree.
no. It's fine. Absolutely fine.
But please come and message me on Instagram. You know I have streams on IG. Again, Tupac, Biggie, Jay Z, Scarface, and Wayne are in my top five.
Okay, so like Erica said, Wayne is in hers. Wayne is strong. Face was strong too, because I'm always leaning towards Face. I wouldn't put for me, I wouldn't put him in my top five. I know he's top 10 for sure. Same with Wayne. Um,
My Nas is close for me.
hmm.
Nas is very close for me, but I have a personal like Wayne. I grew up on Wayne.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I came in on the end of Jay Z's like early beginning, but
Hmm.
I did a lot of research, studied him, and like listened to all his early shit, and that's why I definitely put Jay Z up in my
Right.
top, combo. But I grew up with Wayne though, man.
Hmm.
Like the mixtape, there's a mixtape. Not to even give a free promo, but there's a mixtape
Free
documentary
promo.
coming out. A mixtape documentary that's coming out,
Hmm.
and they show Jada and Wayne talking, and that's really what took rap to a whole nother level in the 2000s, because that mixtape run was crazy. Like Erica could probably attest to it because we're around the same age too. And if Wayne's in her top five, she can tell you those mixtapes were better than a lot of people's studio album.
Mm. Well, the same way you say you grew up on Wayne, I grew up on Nas. So
So you're gonna have a
um,
different feeling
I'm gonna have a
about
different feel
Nas.
behind it. I'm going to have definitely a different feel about it. And Wayne was crazy. Wayne's been crazy ever since he dropped with the Hot Boys, and he is a phenomenal rapper. We're all talking of objectively or subjectively because of our affinities to who we got. Now, to say that just because they have a short album span or career, due to life being what life is, taking them out of the top five just because of that, you cannot deny, the talent
Their
there. Yep.
lasting their lasting impact he does on, just like Erica said, the music is timeless.
Yeah. So Mike says, Rakim, Big, Wayne, Jay, and Nas. So
So
he bumps Tupac gets bumped out.
it sounds like that fifth.
That
Well,
fifth spot.
He put Nas in, and that fifth
Hmm.
spot's always open for interpretation. Like you had Eminem,
Hmm.
I had really Scarface because Wayne's in
Yeah.
my top three, and I think you can easily start talking about Jada somewhere
Yeah.
coming up
Yeah. You can
in a
in the 10.
strong.
Yeah, in the 10, within the first 10.
But
You talk with that.
I'm not mad. I feel you, Erica. Look, Tupac's on my wall in the studio behind me, Erica. So I'm with you. But at the end of the day, bro, you can't put Drake in the top five right now.
Not at all.
You can't put Rick
Not at
Ross.
all.
You can't put Rick Ross in the top five. Who else could you even consider from this time right now?
From nobody from this time. Ain't nobody.
J Cole and Kendrick. Could you put
Erica,
J
stop.
Cole and Kendrick?
Erica, stop. Erica said Rough Riders. I'm not even putting that up there.
Could you could you put J Cole and Kendrick in the top five?
No, I can't put them there yet. 410's got
If
Scarface,
you don't have
Jada,
Tupac,
Redman, Jay, and Nas. So
410 be working out too much.
you know,
Because you
no,
are
but
tripping
hey,
if you got Redman in your top five and you don't have Tupac and Biggie in your top five, you
well,
smoking crack.
here's the two that we know that are undeniable, right? And I
Smoking
think
them yams.
I have.
I told you,
Oh,
see,
how can you retire that?
and
How can
see,
you
and
retire that?
410 don't get in front of the camera, so
That's like saying
you can't pull
like
them off.
saying I'm going to retire Michael Jordan, or I'm going to retire Magic Johnson.
Is that
You know,
possible?
you no,
So what he's
no.
saying is what I asked basically.
Yeah.
Can you basically put them on like an exempt
Can you
Mount
put them on the
Rushmore?
shelf? Can can you put them on a Mount Rushmore?
I guess
The
he's saying you're putting them on like an exempt. But why? But why would you do that just to add more? Then you have a top seven because you're not you understand what I'm saying? You're not replacing them.
Yeah.
You're just adding more rappers to the conversation so
Yeah.
you don't have to argue about Tupac and Biggie.
So, and the thing about it is, if we're looking at it, we're really looking at it, right? Two that are undeniable that I think everybody's put on their list. Well, either or is going to be one, Jay-Z, right? And two, Biggie. Biggie and Jay-Z are the undeniables. Everybody else can kind of go with the flow, however they feel at that point. But those are, if you're going to put rappers that have, that are on the Mount Rushmore, those are two that are definitely going to be there.
I
You
don't
might as
think
well go ahead.
I don't want to cut you off, but I don't necessarily think you cannot have Tupac in there with that. Wherever you put Biggie, for me, you got to put Tupac.
Yeah.
For me. So it's hard for me to just say Jay Z and Biggie and leave Tupac out. That doesn't make sense to me. But again, I don't know how you're gonna get anybody else like could Kendrick and J Cole get to a top five? Can any of these rappers that are out right now get into that spot at any point in their career? Or are
In
we
the top five?
yes, or are we gonna have to wait for future rappers to come out to get into that conversation?
I mean, I think Kendrick can get close. I think J. Cole, I think both of them can get close. I even think, Corday can get close
Okay,
if he
so let's
has a
talk about
phenomenal career.
So
But
let's talk about Kendrick. Be specific real quick. I want to ask you a
okay,
question. If you know music, what would Kendrick Lamar personally have to do from this point on to be entered into the top five greatest rapper alive conversation?
he just got to continue to make phenomenal albums. And then because the thing about Kendrick, even in this short career that he's had thus far in the limelight, we're not talking about the overall because we know he's been in the game forever, since the early 2000s. Um, he when he drops music, he does culturally shift the wave or whatever it is at that point.
I'm gonna tell you
You know
right
what I'm saying?
now,
So,
right?
because look, remember that song, "Humble," "Be Humble." That song has been played in public schools. That song has been played at all the dances. They're requesting that song. That song was being played in the White House. This guy has taken music, and not only just transform it, but he can move across any any area of any part of the culture. He can move across it, and the dude's killing
I'm
it,
gonna
man.
tell you, I went to the Baltimore Museum of Art today, right?
Hmm.
Shout out to my baby Sinead because she had a great idea. She had knew an artist she had went to school with that had a painting that she had down there at the hip hop exhibit that was today was the last day.
Hmm.
They had a hip hop exhibit that was phenomenal, man. I'm talking about it was $15 a ticket and it was worth it all the way around. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see I posted a whole bunch of pictures of like art that was relative to hip hop. So there was a room you could go in and there was two like 20-foot screens sitting next to each other playing like this documentary style video. And I guess the theme was Good Kid, Mad City because it had Compton and different
Hmm.
shots of just showing like what the whole culture is about, like different fake shots of the people, different little games shots, and like showing the band from like Good Kid, Mad City that he had driving around.
Yeah.
And as they were playing Kendrick's music, you would see how everything was tying together between the culture. There was like a drive-by that went down in the video and everything. Like if you could get a chance to see it, I think the videos on YouTube. I mean, Kendrick Lamar is out of this world talented,
Hmm.
right? And I think if anybody could get in the top five, it'd be Kendrick.
Yeah.
But Erica says keep being consistent, and you say he's got to put out more good albums, but how
He's
many
got to keep.
more?
He's got to be consistent with the work he's been putting out. Because
But here's the argument: Biggie had two.
hmm
So how many albums does Kendrick have to put out
well,
to get into that conversation,
well,
or is
well,
that not a fair?
that's not a fair comparison.
Gotcha.
Because Biggie at his time was transformational and his time was cut short. Tupac at that same time was transformational and his time was cut short.
So
So it's
when
not
you when
fair.
you tell these kids that they can hear us saying that, but they're not going to understand because they didn't live through it.
Well,
They're going to see the body of work and be like, how can you keep my man Kendrick out? How can you keep my man Kendrick out, or how can you keep my man Cole out of the top five when he put out four great albums?
mm, look, 410 brings up a valuable comment. When is the last time y'all listened to Kendrick? I'll wait. I just listened to King Kunta the other day.
And like
Um,
Sal said, albums are also not as popular today as well. And as you have the ability to stream whatever you want, playlists are a lot more popular. And certain songs are still in playlists. Like you just listen to King Kunta.
mhm.
Like I'll listen to Good Kid, Mad City all the way through right now
Right,
if I was to put it on.
right.
Like it's great content.
Hmm.
Like I can't tell you a Drake album I can play from start to finish.
We Well, you gotta remember, like you just said, there are kids that grew up with Drake, so all they know from the core is Drake and his run, and so they're gonna put him. They're always gonna be in the top five category for them. Now,
I would listen to Thank You Later all the way through. I would.
yeah,
I would play Thank You Later.
what Drake album can you play from start to finish?
Thank Me Later's for me.
Thank Me Later,
Because the further he got down the road, he had way more pop and way more dance and singing type music,
right?
and he took away those hard body rap songs that he would have. Erica
What?
says Take Care. Take Care is a classic album, but I wouldn't. There's probably like 3 songs, 4 songs I would skip. But Thank Me Later, I would play all the way through.
Okay, okay, I can agree with that. I'm looking at the list, and that does make sense. I'm not sure. More albums is the answer. Some of the great had many albums with a lot of filler, as Jay Z said about Nas. He averaged one classic.
But see, that's
It's 10
why. But see,
years.
that's why I keep reiterating K Dizzle, right? When people who were not around to really experience those times, when they start to break down just stats in the future,
Hmm.
they're gonna say those few rappers are around for cultural impact. You can't really say they're gonna have more content to like compare to a Drake or a J. Cole because they were around to rap for so much longer.
And see,
But their content to
hmm
me is still superior to all these guys.
yeah, it's fair. Now, where would you rank? Where would y'all rank Old Dirty? Because his first album's a classic.
410 funny as hell.
That's like saying, that's like saying the youngins would say, Pop Smoke first and only album was a classic.
I mean, like
Uh
that's like Juice World. Like
he
Juice
just
World.
yeah. they-
Like let's talk about this young man. Like he had a huge cultural impact on these young kids, and I can't say that I felt that because I'm not in that demographic. So when they argue and say, well, his run while he was alive puts him in the top 5,
Mm,
obviously you and me are gonna look at it and
no.
say,
So
fuck out of here.
we're we're going to say the same thing. Same thing I'll say about ODB. Same thing I say about Juice World. Same thing we'll say about XX Tentacion. I can't never say it right.
XXL was a bad boy.
Yeah. So and we can also say the same thing about Pop Smoke. They all had waves. They all were popular at one time, but they weren't like making huge cultural shifts into taking it to a different era. Um,
But you also before I forget too, you also have a whole different wave. Like Mike said, they're not selling. Oh no, Sal said they're not selling albums. They're not making albums. YouTube is a whole nother wave.
mhm,
There's about a good 5 to 10 artists that crush it on YouTube.
yeah.
Like their music videos play at like high in the millions, like on replay. Like the NBA YoungBoy, for example, he's got a whole like cult fan base following. You know what I'm saying? And there's other rappers like him, like Uzi Vert. These young kids are gonna start talking about these guys should be in the top 5 and top 10 list because if you look at their view count on YouTube, they're getting 50, 100 million, crazy amounts of views.
Views don't mean it's a good song. It just means it's popular. It just means it's been on TikTok long enough, apparently, because that's what the new world order is. If it's on long enough for TikTok and to get popular, that's where you get the views from.
Hey,
Uh,
410, your top 5 was crazy. 410, I'm gonna have to talk to you about that
what-
because you said he retired. Mr.
he
Hip Hop
retired
said he
Biggie and
retired
Tupac.
Biggie and Tupac. What do you mean you retired them?
I can't. I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about. 410 is in a whole different category himself. But look, the state of hip hop, the state of R&B, and the state of music is three different things. I will say this. I will say that R&B is in a great place. R&B is in a great place. We got people like Shanae Aiko. We got people like Coco Jones. We got people like Ari Lennox. We got people like Lucky Day. We got people like Giveon. We got people, that are really crushing it, making good music. Hip hop, totally different category. Totally different category. Who's on top right now? Ice Spice.
Yeet,
Uh,
yeet,
huh?
yeet.
Yeet.
I can barely pronounce it. I was on Instagram. This kid came out on stage in the UK because a lot of these white kids are out here going to these shows and they got seas and waves of people.
Hmm.
So in the UK, Yeet, YEAT comes out, and you would think he's Michael Jackson out this motherfucker. And I go on Instagram and I comment. I'm like, this person here
I don't know
was
who they are.
listen, Capers. I said this person here was sent secretly to destroy hip hop. And all I got in response was, "Shut the fuck up, old man. Go sit down, old
you
man."
know, um, even we got Lil Uzi Vert, we got Ice
It's a
Spice,
pop album, man.
we got who else? We got who's seen it? What's on the radio right now? Pound
Lotto,
Town. Lotto can rap. She's got some decent music. Um,
Lotto. You got Lil Baby,
you got Little Baby. Um, who else you got?
still pushing the popular. You
You
got
got YG.
Glorilla,
You got
Glorilla,
YG.
Glorilla.
You got YG. Glorilla. Um, I just I don't know. I don't know. I can't. Some of it, most of it, for me, and I think you see the industry, all of the other guys saying, it's in a rough spot right now, and that has nothing to do with the people themselves. As people is just saying that, hey, we're not seeing the same quality of music as that we're used to. I think we are just listening to what's being fed to us, and it's not all that great. And because when it's fed to us, it becomes a quote unquote representation of what the state of hip hop is. When that
Well,
usually is not the case.
you know what I think it is, K Bizzle.
Go ahead, help me out.
I think, I
Sexy
think,
Red,
I
yeah, I
think,
don't even know.
I think what it is this product.
All I know is she's saying the first 8 bars, my booty hole brown,
And
and
she's
that's
in
on the
schools, and
radio.
she's performing in schools. But
So
anyway, this product that's coming out right now, that's I guess making money for somebody, can be easily duplicated. So if I can find a look to run with this type of music, because I can take a body and a person and an image and have them rap this shit that people are writing, because it's not hard for a person to go out and rap an Ice Spice song.
mhm.
The whole thing about Ice Spice is her look. It's not really about what she's rapping, and that's the thing about all these people. It's about image and popularity, and these guys can duplicate these talents without having to wait for the next best, the next best, most talented
Yeah.
rapper.
We're not looking. Here's the thing. And as a true, a true art, I love music, true lover of music. I am not looking for the same music that I'm used to or the music that I grew up on. I'm looking for new, innovative, creative ideas and ways to present your music. What we have right now, it just feels like it's dummied down. And there's no artistry to it. It's just
I don't think it's ever gonna get back though either.
I'm not asking it to. It don't have to get back. What I'm saying is, it's got to be something else other than this. Because for me, this ain't it, and for a lot of people who sharing the same sentiment, this ain't it. Um, so yeah, I think what's missing is diversity in rap styles, flows, and lyrics. 100%. Everybody's got they're all feeding the algorithm. They're all using the auto tune and using it the same way, using the same type of music, and you just get lost. You get lost in the waves because they all sound similar.
Mm.
They all sound similar, and it's hard. People love, loving baby. They loving little baby. They love little Dirk new song, but it all sounds the same to me. They can have a great You can have, a great story behind it, but it all feels the same.
But again, they did that because that's gonna play all day long on TikTok.
Hmm.
That all my life shit is gonna be
Yeah,
cut up and played all around the world in different commercials and
yeah.
TikTok, and and that's the wave of music
And you know what? Adrian brings up a very good point, Adrian. Like you said,
sampling.
a lot of the hits
Nothing's
that have
original.
nothing's original. A lot of it are just sampled music from already hits that were out there in the music from the 90s and even the 2000s. So it's a little tough, man.
Even
Um,
Nicki Minaj just did Super Freak, in 2022.
Well,
Like out of all the years she's been in the game, and Nicki Minaj is a legend in her own right. But
absolutely.
out of all the years she's been in the game, she waited until 2022 to do Super Freak by Rick James. That's crazy.
You know what? Let me say something controversial right this
You
moment.
think they made her do it?
No, 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 no. I'm going to say something quite controversial right now. I would put as far as one of the greatest female lyricists of all time. For me, in my book, she might be number one
Over Lauryn Hill?
over Lauryn Hill and over Lil Kim.
But what if she don't write her shit?
I can neither confirm or deny that. I can only go on the
What
body
if
of
she
work.
told you she didn't write her shit?
You know,
Would that
with MC
change? Would
Light.
that would that
No,
change your opinion?
look. Erica said cap. Erica said cap. Who are you putting above her?
If Nicki
You
Minaj told you that Safari
over
wrote, if she told you she didn't write her shit, would
yes,
that
Adrian.
change your opinion?
Yes, Adrian over Missy Elliott. I will put her over Missy Elliott because I put Missy Elliott as an R&B artist before I would put her as a rapper.
But you didn't answer the question though.
What?
If Nicki admitted to not writing her music, would you still feel the same?
Would I still feel the same?
Right.
No. No, I would not. Who would you put over? Who would you put over? I'm talking about lyricists. I'm talking about female rappers. I can go down the list. You can talk about Queen Latifah. You can talk about MC Light. You can talk about. You can even put Yo-Yo in there. You can put Mia X in there. You could put. Um, who else am I missing? Like I said, I already had Lil Kim. You know, Cardi B's dope, but that ain't it. Um, who are we putting over Lil Kim? Who are we putting over Nicki Minaj? As far as discography, talent, lyricism, female rapper. Since we having this conversation, Lauren, Foxy Brown, Eve. No, I can't even put Eve in there because I'm not feeling I'm a star sheriff. You know why I can't put Eve in there? Because Eve had a life like similar to Nas did, where she was terrible at beat selections, or it might have just been that what's the name was just giving her all the terrible tracks. Um,
Nah, but I saw Eve live though, like 3 or 4 years ago,
uh-huh.
and she rolled out in Miami and like Club Live like a good 7, 8 songs, and she
Yeah.
spit and she spit. It
Oh, without
sounded
a
it
doubt.
sounded great.
Yeah, but that's 7, 8 songs.
Yeah, about
That's
that.
seven, and
She
that's
give
all
you
she
a
got.
strong 10
Okay, she may have a strong.
with some features
She
here
got
and
a
there.
she got a strong five, and then the
Now,
other ones are
now,
okay.
Erica, look, I'm not gonna let you do that, Erica, and I love you to death because
Yeah, about that.
Nikki's competition were men.
Mm,
That's my argument with that. Nikki was down. She went down south with Gucci and them,
mm-hmm,
and she was another implant where they took her from New York, had her go down with Gucci and rap down south and get her buzz down south, and
mm.
then she got with Wayne and them. So she was rapping. They said in some rooms back in the day with some serious people, and that's why I gotta give her credit. Like Nikki is definitely she.
But
I gotta put
come on,
Nikki and Missy like right here.
come on, come on. We can't put look. Light and Queen are pioneers. They're pioneers, but they didn't have like major hits. You know, Queen had UNITY.
Queen is a beast
What
though.
was this? What she is a
But
cold
see, that's
stone
that
cold
that's that
beast.
cultural
But that's
impact that I'm
that's
talking
cultural
about,
impact,
man.
right? That's cultural impact.
But when you hear Queen Latifah on a track though, her voice was crazy. When you hear
Yes,
UNITY,
yes,
man, that
yes.
shit sound crazy.
But when we talking about just consistent and constant hits, now she said Nikki is pop to you. I get it. Um, she did a whole
She
pop
did go
album.
pop. She did go
She
pop.
did a whole pop album,
I can't
and
argue with her. Yeah.
she did exactly what got her paid. I can't even hold you on that.
But when you
Um,
talk about some of her features
you
with
start.
like some of the heavyweights in the game, like
Come
again,
on, come
that
on,
monster feature,
come on, come
that
on,
the monster feature she had with Rick Ross and
come.
Jay and
That's what put
oh
her on.
man, Nikki killed that.
She killed it. She murdered it. So, like I said, it's a controversial opinion. But I mean, there's a lot of fact behind it. Now, like I said, you got Missy. Then I'll put Kim there
The
because
brat not coming around your top five?
hell no,
Okay.
no. She had Funktified. She had what else? What else other than Funktified with JD?
That song with Tyrese.
Oh, what do you like? What do
Yeah,
you like?
yeah.
No,
But you
no.
like, oh, like,
The issue is you got to think about those. You got to find those. You can name top three. You can name three off the rip with the what we other people we talked about. Um, I got it. Like I said, it's going to be Nikki. It's going to be Missy. And it's going to be Kim. It's going to be Kim because Kim was transformational and Kim got hits.
mm.
That's undeniable. She
putting
got
putting
multiple hits.
putting Nicki at number one, man. That's tough.
All right. Well, it's I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be playback, and we're gonna have it. She had the B side with Biggie. You over there looking her
He
up
in
to
the
find that.
crates.
Yeah,
Nah,
he in the crazy looking at that.
410 knows. That's why I was surprised he retired
He
Tupac and
retired
Biggie.
Tupac and Biggie. That's crazy. Kim did it first. You're right. She did inspire Nicki. She's the reason why Nicki exists. 100%.
I don't think I can put Nicki over Missy.
What would you
Just
flip,
just be,
Adrian? You wouldn't put Nicki over
he's
Missy?
saying what I'm saying. I think Missy's over Nicki just because of her originality, and I think all of her versatility that she brought with her rap. Like Missy's
Missy
serious
was
business.
he flip it in reverse. You
You hear
stay.
me? Missy
Look,
is serious,
as
bro.
far as overall top tier talent, absolutely. Missy Elliott will win every day of the week, every minute of the hour. As far as lyricism goes,
Do you know
that
that's
goes to
Missy's
Nikki.
voice?
As far as music goes and singing, that goes to
Missy, no
Missy.
question. Do you
Missy,
know
no
it's
question.
Missy's voice on One in a Million?
Huh?
Did
On
you
one of
know
the
it was
what?
Missy's voice in the background of One in a Million with Aaliyah?
One yeah.
You knew
You
that?
Yeah, you know who the majority was in the background with Missy in like 95% of her songs and with a little bit with Aaliyah too? Tweet.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, look, it's just one of those things where you go,
Genuine ran with them too.
yeah,
That whole crew came up together.
yeah. See,
But
look at that.
Sweet was behind the scenes for a while.
Oh no, she been killing it. Look, I'm okay with Nikki number one. Thank you, Michael. I could put Kim in the spot too. So look,
Man,
when
that's
you look,
crazy.
there you go, Sal. Crush on you. You got Queen B. I mean, you got stay that B. You got man, if Peter Piper picked them and Polly, man, what?
So nobody's putting Lauryn Hill at their one spot.
Nobody's
The
put
top
no,
five females.
absolutely not.
Wow.
Absolutely not. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why nobody's putting her there, because they're looking at Lauren as an R&B artist and not a rap artist. Lauren had 16
So she
bars
got the Drake
per
effect.
song. Yeah, she got 16
So
bars per
Lauryn Hill
song
got the
early.
Drake effect. Is basically what you telling me.
16 bars per song on when she was with the Fugees.
Hey
That was
Eric.
it.
Hey
Maybe eight
Erica.
bars. Erica, stop.
Erica.
We're not
Erica.
we're not even doing that.
Erica is really out
Stop.
here showing
She out
off
here out
today.
of
She
pocket.
said Charlie
Early
Baltimore.
Baltimore. We got to get up and go on that. Missy hits the radio while you're cruising, and you know who it is immediately. You think she will stay the same, Nikki, in about 20 years? Absolutely. Let me tell you why.
Absolutely.
Because Nikki is on the radio right now on Everybody Who's Hot as a feature and killing their song
But
and staying relevant.
nobody delivery was like Nicki's delivery.
No, no, it's
So
nobody's delivery.
so it's not necessarily what she's saying, it's how she's saying it. And like what Mike said, her pitches and the way she changes her flow, hey,
Not
all you
touching.
gotta do is give her some words, but she's the rapping machine that's putting it out.
Not
It's
touching.
Nikki is definitely it's 1A, probably 1B for me.
You go 1A, 1B.
Just because I think Missy's just so talented, man.
Yeah. Shout out to Erica being out of pocket with some Charlie Baltimore. Shout out to Erica
410
being out of
just sent
pocket.
the link. 410 just sent the link for the Bratz B side with Biggie. So we can definitely send it. We can forward it. We can play it if you like.
I'm not playing that mess, man. That's like saying it's like putting Yo-Yo out there, for her one rap album.
Where's Lady of Rage?
Yolanda Whitaker, Lady Rage, she had one hit, you know,
A
Afro
lot of
Puffs.
these ladies had rough and stuff with their Afro puffs.
Hey, I mean, female rappers.
Gets the people going.
Why is Mary J. Blige in here as a rapper?
Mary J.
MC Trouble,
Blige.
I don't know.
Mary J. Blige.
Boney
Come on.
Love, we didn't even say Boney Love. Bahamadia, she was on a whole different vibe.
Roxanne, Roxanne.
Roxanne. Roxanne Shante, yeah. Shy Rock. Nobody said Trina.
A mill from Rockefeller. Oh my goodness.
Nobody said Trina. Nobody said Remy Ma. Raw Digger, Gangsta Boo, Emil. No, I said Mia X. Um,
Rod Digger spits. Shout out to Busta Rhymes
yeah,
again.
shout out. Yeah, I was hating. Hating so bad. Um, but yeah. What about Boss had one hit, and that was my jam.
Left eye.
That was my jam.
Honorable mention.
Lisa,
Left
yeah,
eye.
honorable mention. Emil from Rockefeller. No, Emil's in that Charlie Baltimore category. She got a song because she was hanging with the fellas. Um, she is no. When I Google
Sal,
female rappers, they have Mary J in there as a female rapper.
Sal said if Mary J is
Google
a
out of pocket.
rapper,
Yeah,
you might as well put Beyonce in there.
Google out of pocket. Google hella out of pocket. Um, but yeah, that's all you got. That's all you really got.
Look,
Charlotte,
man,
Baltimore.
everybody's
Blowing
top
up.
five. Everybody's top five is always a fun conversation, man. And it's always different. Like I can't believe you got Busta Rhymes in your top five
I didn't
kids.
put Busta Rhymes in my top five. You don't shut the hell up about that. That was a great episode, by the way. Okay,
Yeah,
and we did that for the views at that point.
we might have to do a
I'm gonna
Hall of
just do that.
Fame. We
Hall
might
of
have to
Fame.
do a Hall of
Hey,
Fame
look,
playback
Hurricane
episode.
G. So he ain't gonna let me live that one time that I put Busta Rhymes against Jay Z. We got DMCA so hard on that episode. I ain't even gonna lie, but it was good.
It was worth it.
It's good. I went down in burning flames. Burning flames. Well, look.
Cause you know why it was so funny before you go, K Dizzle, because I know you're gonna want to go now. It was so funny because you were so confident.
oh yeah.
You were like,
I'm,
you were like, you gave me the.
I'm gonna die on the cross, and I sure enough did. I was crucified. You know, left eye gone too soon. You're absolutely right. Gone too soon. Way too soon. Buster got a new album coming.
Buster, what it
What it
is
is
right
right
now.
now.
Ha 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 ha.
Huh.
This be the year
Huh.
2003. All my really, really,
All right, we're gonna let that go.
we're
We're
having
gonna
too
let
much.
that
We're
die.
having too much fun.
Tell them, tell them, tell them where they can find us out.
Hey man, email us at the all dressed up podcast at gmail.com. We're on YouTube at the all dressed up podcast, Facebook as well. Have streams everywhere, K Dizzle DC everywhere, man. And like I said, the Climax series will be coming soon. Stick with us. Appreciate you hanging with us late tonight, even though we're always live the first and third Sundays at 9 p.m. Lord willing.
And look, we gotta we got we bigger and better things coming on YouTube, man. Shout out to 2,500 views. We just trying to get our followers, our subs up. And come check us out there. Share, like, share, subscribe. Hey, look, before we go, really quick, I'm gonna tell this story, right? So we went out tonight to dinner. That's where I was. A buddy of mine was celebrating his birthday, and at the it's a table of 10 of us, and a boy goes, "Hey man," somebody asked, "Well, how's your podcast going?" And everybody's, "Oh, you got a podcast? You got a podcast?" Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so Sean, who's a regular, listens in. He goes, "What is the hell is that clip you sent me? You sent me the other day, which I was talking about." And the clip was about your daggone clip that I put up talking about how do you have a conversation about asking your partner for a golden shower.
Oh yeah.
So I spent the next 15 minutes talking about how do you ask your partner for a golden shower for a golden shower from this clip from the podcast. We got a lot of funny stuff that we do, and a lot of great
It's
stuff. It's
provocative.
provocative. It gets the people going. Um, but please look out for YouTube. We're going to cut and clip some of that, a lot of that stuff, a lot of good information. And we don't do this for us. We do this for you guys because we love to talk about it. You know where we are. If you want to reach us, you want to be a part of it, just hit us at alldressedupodcast@gmail.com. Catch us here in 2 weeks at 9 p.m. We make sure we're going to be on the dot.
Ha 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 ha.
Sometimes life is life. Yeah, we still got top 5 dead alive going on the bottom. Let me click that out. But most important, we love you. We thank you for your support, and we'll see y'all next week, man. Peace out.
And and I know, and they know, cause we go all in, and I know, and they know, cause we know.